Another delay in the Patrick Leoya murder case. The trial against former Grand Rapids police officer Chris Schurr won't happen this October. News 8's Byron Tollefson talked with legal experts about why and when it could finally take place. Byron?
Emily, the trial was originally set for March of this year, but Schurr's attorneys asked for a delay to give them more time to go through evidence. And now it's been pushed back again with no date in sight.
Former Grand Rapids police officer Chris Schurr won't stand trial this October for shooting and killing Patrick Leoya, and when a trial would happen is a mystery.
Really, at this point, it is unknown what's going to happen in the future.
Schurr remains out on bail after being charged with second-degree murder for the April 2022 killing of Leoya in Southeast Grand Rapids. Last October, a district court judge ruled there was enough probable cause to send this case to trial. Schurr's attorneys appealed that decision, which is still being considered by the Michigan Court of Appeals.
It's normal in my practice in these cases. I can't say that all defense lawyers do this, but I could say I have some cases right now that are in exactly the same position as this case.
The court hasn't said when it will make a ruling, and the case cannot go forward until that happens. Sarissa Montague, a Kalamazoo criminal defense attorney who's represented police officers on the stand, says it's common for courts to take months to decide.
It's very difficult for the defendant. It's very difficult for the prosecutor because you're just waiting for the answer to come back. And then once the answer comes back, that determines what happens next. But this is a very normal process. It just takes months. It just does.
Both sides aren't surprised that the trial was delayed again. Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker, who's handling the case against Schurr, told News 8 that an October trial simply wouldn't have been possible with the ongoing appeal. Schurr's attorneys say they anticipated this too, telling News 8, quote, "We feel confident that no matter the ruling by the appellate court, Officer Schurr will be fully exonerated," end quote. While we wait for this ruling, Montague explains that both sides can continue to prepare their cases and deal with other potential issues now instead of later.
Whether or not there's going to be expert witnesses, and if the expert witnesses are going to be challenged for any reason, that's something that could come up before trial. But those are, again, things that are still probably being worked on now.
Montague stresses that these delays are normal.
There are rules and they are being followed, and it is frustrating because things don't get done quickly. But what you want is for it to be done correctly the first time. And that's what they're trying to accomplish.
It's about making sure everything is done right now, so it's not a problem later.
Even though you're waiting a while now, what possibly could be worse is rushing through it now, and then the case coming back on appeal. And now we're 2, 3, 4 years down the line, and we're still dealing with the case anyway.
Again, because we don't know when the Court of Appeals will make a decision, there is no timeline as for when the trial will start. I asked Montague for her prediction. She says it's complete speculation, but if a trial happens, it would probably happen sometime next year.